Hey, Daily Show. What the fuck? Daily Show, Condor. Calabasas. We got some cringe for ya. Gonna talk about self esteem and what an inferiority complex looks like. Let's get right into it, shall we?
Ignore the hair, the shirtlessness. I just wanted to cover something real quick on my platform because the mainstream media may not cover it. But rest in peace to Aaron Bushnell, active service member who yesterday in front of the Israel embassy lit himself on fire in protest, saying "Free Palestine." As he died, he is dead. They have confirmed that he died. You can look this up. This was an active service member of the, I believe, Air Force. He was 25. He was in perfectly fine mental health.
You hear that? A man who entirely based on no information, objectively speaking, twisting the words of reality, the facts of reality, decided to light himself on fire over something people are already well aware of, was in perfect mental health. This is, first of all, this guy has an inferiority complex, and you can tell that because he's, based on like a lot of the things that he says here, he's like, I'll actually get to that point a little bit later on. But first of all, no, he wasn't in perfect mental health. Two reasons why that's really fucking obvious. One, he's screaming "Free Palestine," when like this is like, sorry, objectively speaking, anyone who's like so obsessed with such an obvious social issue is a mentally ill dumbass. Okay, we all know. Okay, we all know. We're anyone who pays any attention to the news, anyone who isn't like some anti-Semite psychopathic piece of shit, 100% gets it. Okay, you don't have to. You literally don't even have to light yourself on fire for something so fucking obvious that everybody knows about. If this was like, if this was North Korea and or Russia, a place that is known for a hell of a lot of propaganda, where a lot of people do seem to believe the propaganda, that would make a degree of more sense. That said, let's take an example. This, I'm gonna butcher this man's name, Alexei Navalny. Oh, butchered it. I'm sure. Russian guy, known like biggest protester of Putin. Would we know as much about him if he self-immolated the first we ever heard about him? Rhetorical fucking question, dumbasses. Killing yourself is the worst fucking way to spread a fucking message, you stupid fucking goddamn idiots. I cannot believe this fucking micro-dicked pussy I'm looking at right here. Fucking embarrassing.
And he said, I am not going to be complicit in genocide anymore. And he
Wow,
lit
brave.
himself on fire.
Wow, brave.
And none of the multiple cops around him thought quickly or acted quickly enough to extinguish him.
This is what I hate. See, I don't have anything against cops. I do obviously have a problem with like mentally ill, psychopathic cops and their privilege, and pretty much all cops are objectively speaking privileged. But this shit is, I just don't get mentally ill people like this. Like, what are they gonna do there? So many people were getting mad at this cop at the video for pointing a gun at the guy when objectively speaking that made perfect sense, because for all he know, do you think he was like watching the entire thing go down? Maybe the cop thought the guy had some kind of explosive. He was in a terrorist. It backfired and blew up on him. You have no idea what's going on, and like, out of all the situations where you see cops unnecessarily pull guns out, this was time where it was 100% justified and necessary. And here's the other thing that this idiot, and just about every single idiot, doesn't get. Basically, once you're entirely engulfed in flames, you're dead and it's over. It doesn't matter if you survive the initial, if they put him out immediately, chances are he's still gonna die. Like, that's how fucking bad it is to be lit on fire, all right? So shut the fuck up with your fucking stupid ass, never doing any research, micro-dicked inferiority complex bullshit, all right? This guy should be called Crispy Bacon. Don't mention his fucking actual name. He's Crispy Bacon, all right?
So he is now dead. And
Boom, got him.
Him and his family to know that his sacrifice is so appreciated.
I want to let him and his family know the exact opposite. This dude was a fucking waste of space. What a dumpster fire piece of trash. He should have got the mental help they deserved. He shouldn't have a bunch of fucking incel inferiority complex having losers like this telling people that suicide's a great idea. And if you have a really important cause, like something super fucking obvious that everybody in the fucking planet with a brain knows about, you should light yourself on fire, because that'll make a huge fucking difference. And don't worry, this guy won't provide any evidence whatsoever of this dumbass providing any impact on society whatsoever.
And it's one of the bravest things I've ever heard anyone do.
That makes me want to punch this dude right in the fucking mouth, straight up. Like, break my fucking fist on his fucking face. Brave? That is literally the most micro-dicked pussy shit I've seen probably in my entire life. This mentally ill, dumbass pussy, instead of being a fucking man, how about, oh, he doesn't want to be complicit in genocide? Quit. Crazy, right? Whoa. Oh my God. You know what he could have done? He could have quit his job. He could have started a YouTube channel or whatever the fuck, a TikTok like this guy, and talked about why he was quitting. And then he could have gained followers, and maybe he would have developed in turn. Well, to be honest, none of that would have ever happened, because if he went on media and talked about himself in any way whatsoever, people would have realized how mentally ill and dumb as fuck that piece of shit is, this Crispy Bacon, as I will be referring to him from now on. And yeah, he wouldn't gain any followers. He'd be just another fucking loser. But because of inferiority complexes, no other reason, this is somehow twisted into this kind of like weird, brave accomplishment, despite the fact that none of these idiots can provide any explanation justifying their logic.
I mean, I am terrified of death, dude. I can't imagine the bravery, the courage, the sacrifice it would take to, as a white man in America, the comforts of that life, let that go.
Inferiority complex.
And give that up just for a fleeting moment.
As a white man in Canada, I literally get death threats and incels all the time talking about how I've been abused and I have PTSD. Yeah, that's some privilege, huh? And weirdly, 99% of those people, actually 100% of the people who send me death threats are feminists. But feminists aren't privileged, right? This dude's an incel.
Moment remind us that we are genociding children every day with
we aren't.
The money we give our government.
Nope.
So Aaron Bush now.
This guy's argument is that by giving the government money, you are complicit to every single decision that they make. That's an inferiority complex. And the other thing that pisses me off is this is like how mentally ill do you have to be to even begin to, like, how much power do you think voting for a president gives you in the US? You know, like, the thing I hate so much about democracy is it's basically communism with gaslighting and extra steps. That's all it is, really. Well, actually, it's more, sorry, not communism, a dictatorship with gaslighting and extra steps. Like, it's just, you voting, you don't have anywhere, especially in the US, you have nowhere near as much power as you think you do. Like, if we actually had power in this society, we would be the ones voting on whether or not bills are passed, not the people that we vote for. The idea that we vote for somebody to pass or not pass a fucking bill, fuck off. fucking don't waste my fucking time with that insult to my and everyone else's fucking intelligence. And the idea, this is one of the best examples of how fucked our society is. People will literally say, teachers told me all grown up, if you got a problem with, your politician, your representative, call them up. Hold the fucking phone. Think about that. In order to get somebody to do their job, you have to fucking phone them. Imagine that. Imagine like going to McDonald's and trying to order something and be like, whoa, well, actually, we weren't, like, even though the Big Mac's on the menu, I didn't even think about making a Big Mac today. And, like, maybe if you called beforehand and tried to, like, convince me to make a Big Mac, I could have done that for you. But, like, sorry, I'm just, like, I never even thought about making a Big Mac, even though, it's my job to know about things like making Big Macs. Yeah, I knew nothing about that. I'm a total fucking moron. It's totally okay, though. I need people to call me to get me to do my job. It's insulting. Okay? I fucking hate democracy.
Oh, thank you so much for your service. Your sacrifice will be remembered forever, so long as...
I will remember Crispy Bacon, crispy baconing himself. That's what I'm going to remember. I'm going to remember he said one of the dumbest things I've ever heard anyone say, and one of those things that makes me embarrassed to be left-leaning, where you'll have, like, the most socially immature, dumbass, brain-dead idiot that, like, screams at the top of the lungs, to a crowd of people who all agree with them. They're like, oh my God, this super... They're like, they go into a crowd of left-leaning people and they're like, free Palestine. It's like, yes, we all agree, you stupid fuck. Like, you're not brave in any way saying this shit. Anyways, I gotta roast these comments because some of these are fucking embarrassing. These comments are something else. Self-immolation. How is him giving his life to bring awareness to the horrors any different than him giving his life in a war? Are you fucking dumb? One of them is suicide, the other isn't, you stupid fucking piece of shit. One of them is done with the desire to save people's lives, and the other is in a totally selfish, immature, incompetent, dumbass act that literally does fucking nothing. Why are we okay if he dies for America but not for Palestine? They're completely fucking different things, and if he if he was in the war, he'd be fighting for both. So why does that make him mentally unstable, not brave? It's the suicide part, you stupid ass fucking incel. Probably the fact this is one of those funny things about narcissists, and like if you read in between the lines, you'll begin to notice this in a lot of narcissistic personality arguments. And just to be clear, a lot of dumbasses assume when I say narcissism, I'm referring to like one specific definition that they like Googled one time. I'm referring to narcissistic personality disorder, which is basically the belief that any argument is a game that needs to be won. Any opinion is a game that needs to be won. So they gotta it's not about being correct. It's not about facts. It's about winning to a narcissist, basically. Anyways, this person is obviously a narcissist. How do I know? Because they never mention the suicide. They talk about mentally unstable, and they don't mention the fact that it was a suicide. The closest they get is saying self-immolation. And if you were to bring this up, they'd be like, no, I mentioned self-immolation. Oh, no, you're twisting my words. No, dumbass. You chose your words very fucking carefully. If someone was forcing you to serve a master that was doing wrong day in and day out, would you go along with it even if you felt morally opposed? You're right. Wow, that's such a good argument. There's no way he could have quit his job, right? Soldiers are forced to be soldiers, and they can't just like quit their jobs in the US. He was forced to do all that. He couldn't have, at no point could he have just been like, I quit. It's literally impossibility. This is why I hate dumb fucks. I hate this dumbass crap. It's so hilarious where, like, if a man, like, blows his head off if he were to like talk about like male oppression, which is objectively speaking a much bigger issue and something that actually very few talk about, and because of a bunch of incels like this and the guy in the video, it's just like it's never discussed. That would make sense to be talked about, but still, why would anyone, including me, why would anyone promote that, agree with that, tolerate that, accept that? Actually, yeah, it does. If you light yourself on fire for a stupid ass social reason, you're objectively speaking insane. 100%. No argument will counteract that, objectively speaking. I'd love to hear it. So I could just die of laughter. I would love to hear these fucking idiots talk about this shit. Either way, rest in peace. Rest in pig. Rest in crispy bacon, is what I say. Perfectly fine mental health. Yeah. This is one of the things, like, what I do is infinitely more brave than this fucking pussy. Infinitely. I have to deal with a bunch of incels bringing up my PTSD, my past, my childhood, all this shit. My comments sending me death threats. I'm infinitely more brave than this motherfucker. It's not even close. It's 1,000,000 times the level of bravery. He's a fucking coward, a fucking pussy, and a fucking dumbass. Like, if you're a fucking actually brave, you will say a thing and then give people the opportunity to respond to you. What he did is the exact opposite. No one can react to him. He's just a total fucking pussy. Can't handle it. A lot of bootlickers in these comments. The mental gymnastics of even referencing bootlickers when the only cops were involved couldn't literally do anything. That's some straight up incel shit. Yeah, celebrating the suicide will only motivate others to potentially do the same. This is why I fucking hate these losers. Like, everybody's just a psychological armchair expert. They know everything about psychology until you like come across threads like this, and then all of a sudden, everybody's a total fucking moron, knows literally fuck all. It's so embarrassing, dude. This man was not mentally ill. No, he didn't feel supremely guilty by what he was taking part in. He is a coward with a superiority complex who should just quit his fucking job like any adult, sane person with a shred of bravery. That would have been hard, actually, to quit the job. Throwing himself on fire, killing himself, that was fucking easy. That's a coward's way out. All right? Let's just be real here. Braver than 99% of American soldiers combined. Bro, are you mentally ill? Maybe we could say like 70% of American cops. Maybe. I could begin to see where we're going with that. Soldiers? Bro, are you mentally insane? Like, some American soldiers are sick and psychopathic, but I would say, if anything, it's closer to the exact opposite. I would say 99, if anything, 99% of American soldiers and soldiers in general, dare I say even Russian soldiers, as much as I don't like to fucking say that, are fucking brave, okay? That's brave. Fuck you, this fucking incel. Calling a guy who commits suicide a hero, but 99% of Americans, soldiers, a coward? Fucking embarrassing, dude. Fucking embarrassing. Yeah. See a young man parroting trite internet slogans. Exactly. He like thinks I love how so many sheltered losers just won't fucking get it. Like this dude, look how upset this fucking loser is. What the fuck are you talking about? No, it's fucking dead on. It's socially immature people don't get this shit that's like fucking obvious, dude. It's like talking about like fucking I don't even know, man. It's like literally perfect example. It's like lighting yourself on fire because billionaires have like you know, like 99% of money or whatever. Most people know this shit. Anyone who fucking thinks knows this. It's not cringe. Oh, it's cringe. He couldn't bear watching all those kids suffer and die. Well, no, he totally could. He just didn't quit his job and instead decided to bring a bunch of attention to himself because he's like one of these delusional, self-important, superiority complex having fucking losers. Perfect mental health. I know. So that line, perfect mental health, is just too fucking good. Yeah. If it's true that he has kids, then that makes his cowardice 10 times that amount. 10 times on the amount. And here's another idiot that just doesn't, like, I fucking can't stand fucking police brutality. It's one of the most important issues in society today. And these idiots don't understand why the cops would be pointing guns at him. It makes perfect sense. How do they know he just didn't set off a bomb and fucked it up? You don't. Exactly. Maybe there'll be some... One of the bravest people I've witnessed in my lifetime. This is how I know somebody's a fucking coward. Like, I literally saved my suicidal dad's life. You want to talk about bravery? I'm a fucking expert, alright? Man's a fucking coward, and so is any pussy fucking defending him. Fucking embarrassing. Oh god, the gif is fucking it. No, alright, that's enough.
Just woke up, ignore the hair, the shirtlessness.
Alright, that's enough of that shit. Yeah, that's the video. What? Crispy bacon. Don't defend mentally ill fucking dumbasses who aren't even fucking brave enough to talk about their fucking issues or brave enough to like go seek therapy and get mental health help. Sorry. It's just like, what a fucking joke. What a bunch of clowns. This is how you know what an inferiority complex looks like. Man's calling a fucking dude who sets himself on fire brave. It's fucking embarrassing. Anyways, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you.